That's an insane thing to say to another person without a discussion. Peter Kell is a uniquely beguiling character in Sirens in that if you ever wound up being loyal to him, like in the show, if you ever wound up supporting him as an audience member, he makes a fool of you. He's deceitful in the way that only a disingenuous person can be. Whether he knows what he's doing or he doesn't, he doesn't have the emotional capacity to understand his actions, doesn't matter because the outcome is ultimately the same. And it's ironic during that scene when Michaela's getting ready for the gala where he calls her monstrous for firing Simone, when he literally did the same thing, and it's worse because it's his wife of 13 years. And his phrasing for separating is, "I'm letting you go." And this isn't a conversation. He strips her of all agency and says, "I'm letting you go." That's insane. "I'm letting you go. Leave." Mid-gala, she has to go. Pedro, after supporting him, going going in dark mode. He doesn't know what he's doing, but he doesn't assume he's doing anything bad, right? It turns out Michaela winds up being right. She winds up being informed of a photo of him kissing someone else, and he goes ballistic. How could you have something so incriminating against me? How can you do something so hurtful to your wife? You expect me to overlook the burden of evidence that's needed. If you find a picture, yes, it can be misleading, but it's a conversation. The conversation of you kissing someone else, right? I was just whispering in her ear and it looked like that, I'm so sorry. All these things can be lies, but it can be a conversation. When he finds out that she has a photo of him that's incriminating like that, instead of looking inward and saying wow, I've done wrong and I'm so sorry and let's have a conversation, he goes, the hell with this wife, I'm gonna get a new one, right? And how silly did Pedro sound saying mi amor to Simone when he celebrated her firing, right? He makes a fool of everyone that has any loyalty to him. He makes a fool of you every single time. It's his show. Everyone's living in it. I'm his wife of 13 years. You end up getting thrown out on the street like you're nothing better than trash. And when he asked Pedro to get rid of the evidence, Pedro felt like an asshole. He's like, oh, what are you doing? And how good do you really feel about doing your job when you're not doing the decent thing? You're screwing over another human being. You don't feel good about it. You don't feel good about it. As a result, he forces all these people to act in morally gray ways. He forces Simone to act in a morally gray way. He forces a lot of people's hands. But he feels justified. And he's always going to be able to justify his reason for things. That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't make it morally all right. There's a right and a wrong way to do things. And I think everyone can say that what he did with his wife, his previous wife, his current wife, and his next wife, he doesn't do things in the right way. It's not thoughtful. It's not considerate. Even though he says it in a well-mannered way, doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. He does a lot of morally wrong things. And I have so much more to say about him.